Presented by Listen Headlines, latest world news from trusted sources.
BBC News World. September 18, 1910 America, New York, get an Eiffel of this performer walking the line in Paris. Nathan Paulin walks along a 70 meters, 230 feet, high slackline attached to an iconic French landmark. Mirror World News. September 18, 1908 America, New York, breaking all-civilian SpaceX astronauts land back on Earth after 3 days in space. The all-civilian crew, made up of an e-commerce executive, a geoscientist, a physician assistant and a data engineer, has landed back on Earth. The spaceship has been orbiting the Earth since Wednesday and has now safely made it home. BBC News World. September 18, 1907 America, New York, the link between climate change, seaweed and ice cream. Seaweed production has been affected by warming seas. This is how farmers are adapting. BBC News World. September 18, 1902 America, New York, from Katrina to Ida. How U.S. presidents react to climate change and natural disasters. Since Hurricane Katrina in 2005, U.S. presidents have realized the impact of their reactions to extreme weather. BBC News World. September 18, 1849 America, New York, Aukus, French minister condemns U.S. and Australia, lies, over security pact. France's foreign minister accuses its allies of duplicity and contempt over a new security pact.
New York Times World News. September 18, 1825 America, New York. Lions and tigers at the Smithsonian National Zoo test positive for coronavirus. It is unclear how the animals were infected. A masked statue of a lion at the Smithsonian National Zoo this month.
September 18, 1822 America, New York, Acosta calls out Fox News for promoting vaccine lies. CNN's Jim Acosta calls out Fox News' continued push of coronavirus vaccine misinformation.
New York Times World News. September 18, 1817 America, New York. Lions and tigers at the Smithsonian's National Zoo test positive for the virus. It is unclear how the animals were infected. A masked statue of a lion at the Smithsonian National Zoo this month.
BBC News World. September 18, 1807 America, New York, boxer Amir Khan removed from U.S. flight. The Briton was asked to leave the plane at Newark Airport after a reported row over face coverings.
RT World News. September 18, 1801 America, New York. Antifa burn barricades and clash with police at protest against trial of left-wing activist in Germany. Videos, photos. Antifa activists erected barricades in Leipzig, Germany and clashed with officers outside police headquarters on Saturday. They are demanding the release of a young radical activist accused of attacking members of the far right.
BBC News World. September 18, 1750 America, New York, migrants in Texas. Thousands moved to processing centers. More than 10,000 people have gathered under a bridge in Del Rio, a Texas border town.
September 18, 1747 America, New York, analysis. WSJ's Facebook Files series prompts comparisons to Big Tobacco. All week long, the Wall Street Journal's Facebook Files series has invited comparisons of the social media platform to tobacco companies.
RT World News. September 18, 1745 America, New York. Lying, contempt and crisis in relations. French FM says NATO must take note as he lashes out at US and Australia over a UK-US deal. French FM Jean-Yves Drian has continued to criticize the US and Australia for the UK-US submarine deal, meant to go to Paris, insisting there may be major consequences to French-US relations and for the transatlantic alliance.
Mirror World News. September 18, 1733 America, New York, British MI6 spies fear Putin's agents are trying to corrupt them as hotline set up. MI6 bosses have written to serving and ex-members of our intelligence services telling them to call a hotline if tapped up by President Putin's spooks wanting to corrupt them.
September 18, 1732 America, New York, Sears is closing its last department store in Illinois, the retailer's home state. Sears will shut the doors on its last department store in Illinois come fall, the state in which its first retail store opened in 1925. September 18, 1722 America, New York, FBI offers $10,000 reward for information on Washington woman who went missing from Tulalip Reservation. The FBI has announced a reward for information on Mary Johnson, a Native American woman who went missing from the Tulalip Reservation in Washington state in December 2020.
Mirror World News. September 18, 1701 America, New York. SAS commandos brand Afghanistan exit, shameful, as Taliban execute troops they trained. The SAS commandos say a large number of Afghan special forces and counter-terror police have already died at the hands of the Taliban since last month's British and U.S. withdrawal from Afghanistan. Mirror World News. September 18, 1655 America, New York. Injured woman found on rock in sea, speaks English, but can't remember who she is. The woman was found covered in blood waving at a fisherman on Krk Isle in Croatia. It is said she can speak perfect English, like a professor, and she has been taken to hospital, where she is still receiving treatment.
New York Times World News. September 18, 1650 America, New York. Alabama deaths outpaced births in 2020 because of COVID, top official says. Our state literally shrunk in 2020, said Dr. Scott Harris, the state's health officer, a nurse tending to a COVID-19 patient in the intensive care unit at East Alabama Medical Center in Opelika, ALA, last December.
World CBS News, com. September 18, 1618 America, New York. Another evacuation flight leaves Afghanistan with 28 U.S. citizens. It is not clear how many Americans remain in Afghanistan.
September 18, 1611 America, New York. Representative Lee Zeldin announces he was diagnosed with leukemia last fall and is in remission. Republican Representative Lee Zeldin, who is running for governor of New York, said in a statement Saturday he was diagnosed with early-stage chronic myeloid leukemia last November, began treatment, with an immediately positive response and no side effects, and is now in remission. September 18, 1557 America, New York. Puma launches an Animal Crossing clothing collection. German sports retailer Puma is collaborating with Nintendo's Animal Crossing, New Horizons, bringing a few elements of the popular world-building game to real life. September 18, 1540 America, New York. CNN reporter shows rallygoer video of January 6 attack. See his reaction. CNN reporter Shimon Prokopez spoke to a rallygoer at a right-wing rally in support of the Capitol rioters about the January 6 attack.